Hi, today I'm going to be talking about how to study the Bible, step one. Now, the reason I started this series on how to study the Bible is that I found that there aren't a lot of resources out there, a lot of videos, a lot of instructional pieces out there that really help people begin that process. And so I wanted to help provide a tool. My name is David Henderson, and I've been a pastor for about 10 years now, and I've been studying the Bible for a long time. And so I wanted to help pass along some of the information and the things that I've learned over the last 10 years. Along with that first step of how to study the Bible today, I also want to share a thought with you from Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 and 27. So I'll share that at the end of the video. But to begin this process of studying the Bible, the first step is one that I've found is often overlooked, ignored, not given the attention that it really needs to be given. And so I want to focus on that today. And that first step is finding a Bible translation that you can understand easily, that you can read through, grasp what's there, and really begin to incorporate those things into your life. What we don't always realize is that the Bible is not a modern document that somebody just scribbled down and wrote down in one of today's modern languages like English or Spanish or German or French, Japanese, Mandarin. The Bible was written over a period of about 2,000 years, and it was written in two major language groups. The first one, the Old Testament or the First Testament, was written in mostly Hebrew. And then the New Testament was written primarily in a common form of the Greek language of that particular period of time. And there's a little bit of Aramaic sprinkled in there, but I don't know about you. Me personally, I don't speak Hebrew or that form of Greek fluently. And so for me to go and look at the Bible written in those original languages really would not be beneficial to me. So we need a translation that puts those documents into a language that we can understand. And the thing is that all of us have different reading levels. All of us understand English to a different level. We all have different vocabularies. And so there are a number of different translations available. And we need to find one that we're comfortable with, one that we can understand what we're reading. So that's the first step. And to do that, I've found a number of different tools that I think will benefit you while you're looking to find a translation that works for you. And the first tool, and what I think is probably one of the best tools, is the Bible app by YouVersion. You can download that from either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And you can put it on your tablet, your iPad, your phone, all of them, one of them. And what's great about it is there are a number of different translations available in various languages so that you can go and you can look through them, compare them, spend time in each one, number of days, number of hours, however you'd like to do it, and find a translation that really fits what you like, really feels comfortable to you for your study. That's important, and it's simple, and it's free. And so the Bible app is a great tool. The second tool, in order to find a Bible translation that you can understand that'll be helpful for you, is if you're already attending a local church, is simply to go and talk to your pastor about it. He or she primarily probably uses one version, maybe two, that they teach from on a regular basis. And so by going to them and asking them what they use and what they're comfortable with, getting some suggestions from them, is they'll be able to tell you what they like to use, give you some suggestions, let you look through it, and then when you have the version that they are using on a regular basis during services, it's much easier to follow along without having to figure out where you're at based on word differences. So you're like, this doesn't say exactly that. Where are they now in this passage? Have they moved on to this verse? Are they still the verse behind that? It's much easier to follow along when you're actually reading the exact same words that they are using. The third tool is simply going to a local Bible bookstore, a Christian bookstore, and talking to somebody there and saying, I'm looking for a Bible for my personal study. I was wondering if you could help me find something that will benefit me, that I can understand, that's comfortable for me. And so they'll be able to ask you a few questions, point out a few versions, and let you look through them. And the reason that this is a great option is because you can actually end up leaving there with a paper-bound book that some people are very comfortable with, people like better than the electronic versions. And so you can grab one of those. The thing I don't like about that particular tool is it really limits the amount of time and exposure that you have to the versions that they pick out. And then it requires a commitment before you walk out of the store. So you're getting a limited exposure before you make a commitment. By using the other tools, you've gotten a personal experience, or you've gotten some added exposure to the different translations that you're looking at, so that you can really make a strong, educated decision as far as which version you want to use. So those are the three tools. Finding the version that you like and that you're comfortable with is the first step in studying the Bible. Without doing that, you're really going to have a hard time. And so there are some suggestions if you want to try different versions. I have a few suggestions for where you can start. The first one is the English Standard Version. It's one that I use regularly. The ESV. The NIV is very popular. The New International Version. Today's English version is another good one. The New Living Translation is one that people really like. It reads very easily, very smoothly. The Holman Christian Standard Bible is a good one. There are so many. The Contemporary English Version, these are all versions that should work out well for you if you want to try them out. Those are places to start. Now, as far as Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 and 27, the key idea here is that God has created humankind, all of us, in his own image. Now, all of us are obviously not carbon copies of the others, which means that all of us uniquely reflect God in some way. And what's amazing about this thought is extremely countercultural. See, the culture around us, the Western culture, the American culture around us, where I live, says that we need to make something of ourselves. It says that until we do something or have achieved something, that we aren't someone, we don't matter, we aren't something worth having around. And what the Bible teaches us is that from the very moment we begin to exist, we are someone. We already matter. We're already important. We already have a part to play in the world around us. And that is vital to our understanding of who we are. In order for us to know who we are, we have to first recognize that we matter and we are someone. So I hope that helps you today. I'll be starting this series with this video, and there should be a number of others to come in the coming weeks. So I hope you'll stay tuned to this. If this video has helped you, go ahead and give it a like, and subscribe to this channel so that you can find the other videos as they come out in succession on how to study the Bible. I'm Pastor David, and I'm out.